everyone, it's Catherine here from Chaos Creates. Thanks for joining me on my channel today. I'm here to share with you a layout process video I'm creating for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and I'm using one of this month's new releases, which is the Build a Dreamcatcher. So I have gone ahead and cut this out on my brother Scan and Cut. So I've used smaller pieces of paper from the 6x8 paper stack from the Cocoa Vanilla Studio These Days collection. So I have cut that circle element in some wood grain, and I've used some different pattern papers to cut out these feathers. Now these feathers are just gorgeous, so I do need to do a little bit, they're very fine and delicate, so I needed to do a little bit of weeding there. And I've just cut the centerpiece of the Dreamcatcher out with some white cardstock. And this is the photo I'm using. This is taken, 6 years ago when my son was just still a baby, and we were just obviously trying to catch up on some sleep. And my partner snapped this photo of us sleeping. And I'm just going through the 12 by 12 papers here to work out what what background I wanted to use for this. And I really thought I'd use sort of the black and white, but to be honest, it just wasn't popping. And once I tried it on this ombre paper, it really popped, and I really loved how this looked on that background paper. To me, it reminds me of a sunset, associating that with sleep. But I do go through and try this mixed media type page. But yeah, I come back to this. And so I'm going to go ahead and use that as my background. Now, I don't make you watch all of this, but I do add some twine just stuck over the top of this cut file. This centerpiece for me was super, super fine. The size I'd made it, it was quite fine, and I just wanted to make it a little bit more sturdy, and it doesn't really do it justice on camera. So this twine has some gold sort of flecks in it, and so in real life it actually stands out and looks fantastic, but the camera is not doing it justice here. So I go through, and I'll show you a bit later on, but I do go through and put the glue twine right the way around that whole dream catcher, or that centerpiece of the dream catcher. So while I'm doing that though, I will let you know that I've left links below to Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. So if you're not part of that, there's some really exciting cut files coming up over the next few months. So go and check out the Facebook group, and you'll have access to some of the free cut files coming up, and some of the releases. Honestly, they are sensational. I can't wait to show you more in the upcoming videos over the next couple of months. So I'm just going ahead here and backing my photo with a couple of these 6x8 paper stacks again. Now I've picked up that green, and I really love this beautiful small print, the flower print. So I'm just adding that, and I am roughing up each of these edges with my edge distressor there. But also I will leave links to this cut file in the Etsy store. I'll leave a direct link to this cut file, so go and check it out. I really love this month's release. It was spring and it was beautiful. There was lots of cut files I want to use and still will use in the future, and I was really loving this dream catcher. So I've added that sort of back to my photo as well with some of that yellow kind of paper. And now I'm going to go ahead and just add some of the twine to the feathers so that they are, I guess, coming off that dream catcher. Now, I don't make you watch all of this. This did take some time, like the twine on the centerpiece of the dream catcher. This took some time to kind of get right. So I do go ahead and stick it all down off camera. I didn't think you would want to watch that, but essentially I wrapped it around the feather. I do show you this one. Wrapped it around the feather and then wrapped some twine around that dream catcher and stuck them all down. So I've looped some of those pieces and stuck all of that down. I did also go ahead and mount my photo on some foam adhesive, or some foam sheets, and placed it there. Now I'm just going ahead and embellishing. So I've got those couple of houses, and I thought this Sweet Dreams was perfect. So I've picked these foam thickers. They're just from my stash, and I'm using those glitter gold foam thickers for the dreams, but I do go in and change that suite to the banner piece that is the puffy sticker, and I'm just adding some florals to the side of the photo. And I do fiddle around with this foam thickers for a little bit, just because I wasn't sure. It felt like there was a little bit too much space between that title and the photo, but I needed it to be like that because of that sweet banner. But I like where the houses are. Obviously, we were at home when this was taken, so I'm adding those houses. I'm giving those houses some grounding by adding some florals underneath. So yeah, as you can see, I've gone ahead and I'm taking my T-square ruler, although it's not straight. I want it on the same angle as the photo, but I am lining it up so that I do get that lined up on that piece there. And I'm just going to add a couple of or stick this down. I don't embellish overly much here. I'm going to add some foam to the back of this house on one side just to keep that popped up because the photo is popped up on that foam. And like I said, I'm going to add this floral piece just below the houses to kind of give it some grounding and have it sit on there. Now I have fussy cut a lot of these florals that I'm using today out of the one of the papers in the collection, and I'm going to add some puffy stickers. These puffy stickers, all of them are gorgeous, so I wanted to add a lot, but I'm just creating this floral cluster on the right hand side of my photo. And again, just sorry about the lighting. This last part of the video was filmed early in the morning and the lighting was changing a fair bit. And I'm just moving things around. I've stuck these butterflies down, but actually I felt like I wanted a little bit more texture on the page, and I felt like the paper added some, a little bit more dimension, I should say. So I'm just going to add that sticker there. My heart is full, and I'm going to add these butterflies. So I'm just adding a few different colors around the page, and I forgot that I hadn't stuck down this tab at the top which says captured. And I am, as you can notice, I'm just bending up the butterflies and then just sticking putting some glue in the center of those. And these puffy hearts, oh my gosh, I love them. I wish we had a whole sheet of them. But there is a lot on this puffy sticker pack, I must admit, but I will use them on everything. So I'm going ahead and adding those. And now it's time for some sputters. I'm going to use this Liquitex acrylic ink in titanium white. And I really love how this turns out. I've covered up my photos. I haven't covered the whole photo because I'm happy for it to go on the edge of the photo. I just didn't want it on our faces. So I'm going to do quite a lot of splattering here with the white. And I just feel like that really adds to the layout. And I think, I do follow Scruffy Josephine, I think, on Instagram and also on YouTube. And I love how she uses white splatters. And I really, that's where I was drawing inspiration from with this. So after that, I'm just going to add some gold, Jen Hatfield, just a few sprinkles of this around the page, and that is my layout. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching me create this. It was really fun to create. I know I've cut a bit out, but I hope you enjoy the close-ups. See you all.